Hey guys, so we had a big setback at the farm, unfortunately, and what happened was, oh, there's the security camera, and that kind of brings me to my point. We know what happened. The gentleman was truthful with what happened, which we always appreciate. Amazon truck driver basically was coming down the hill, wasn't paying attention because, as you can see, this giant gate opening, it's like 13 feet wide, super wide. Basically, that's the security camera because I'm moving around. Basically captured what happened, which is he ran directly into the right side of the gate. And I've been kind of working with the grounds here, as you saw in that other video, so you can see a little bit where the tire mark was right over here. And what happened was basically this. He drove into it with a big truck, the gate, and the expensive side too, which has the motor and the rolling gatey part and all that, not the cheap side. Cheap side would have been that side, but he ran unfortunately into this side, and you can see, if you take a look, it's really bent. That's part of his truck right there. So we had a pretty major setback when it comes to, I guess you would call it security. He ran into it yesterday. We all had to come down. One of the weird things about Amazon is that they don't send somebody out like right away. They're like, hey, say there's a problem with the item, and then we'll contact you in 2 days. And I'm like, no, dude, just what's the phone number for your, insurance? And he's like, oh, it's just how it works. And I'm like, are you serious? So if Amazon burned down my house, I'd have to wait for them to get back to me in 2 days. That's basically what this equates to, which Amazon should be ashamed of themselves, because I mean, that is a terrible policy. Like when somebody does major damage, and that's over $10,000 worth of damage, because that's not really a savable gate. I mean, you could take it to a fabricator and a welder, but the problem is the whole thing is warped, and then it's lots of little tiny bends in it as well. And I think what happened was when his truck hit it, it kind of grabbed it a little bit, like by the bumper, and then as he kept driving forward, it pulled it against that pole that's concreted into the ground. I don't know though. I mean, that's what the amazing thing to me. Okay, so here's the thing that amazes me with this. Right over here, check this out. This thing, these giant metal pieces, these casters, he hit it so hard that it literally broke this caster. I mean, look at the thickness of that metal. So yeah, it must have been a real hard hit, and then an immediate slam on the brakes. That's all I can imagine. Obviously the truck was messed up, but not that bad. It's just a lot of bumper stuff. But anyways, guys, I just want to let you know we had a huge setback. Probably going to need a new gate. Because the thing is, too, that gate, and here's what sucks. That was like a commercial, heavy-duty, strong gate. And the amount of gate builders that are out there, there's probably somebody that can build a commercial one, but most of them out there are going to be like the residential ones, which are like the cutesy, not that thick metal, we put a cute design on the gate kind of fabricators. Well, this is 1/4 inch thick piping, so like this was heavy. This was meant to look like a government website, and I remember my father originally did that on purpose because he didn't want a lot of people coming up here because, the problem is in the very beginning when they bought this property, people would come up to the property, and basically they were so abrasive and obnoxious, they actually would sell to their friends. Get this, they would sell to their friends hunting licenses to go on this property. That's how bad it was. In fact, the principal of the school district threatened my parents when they first got this property that if they didn't let the principal and her family on to go, tobogganing or just basically, sledding or whatever, that, there would be big problems for myself and my sister. And my parents were like, well, we don't give a shit because our kids are going over to Moravian Academy over in Bethlehem. So as a result of that, there were some massive fights with some egotistical pricks in this area. But a lot of those people, they were older back then. And that was like 50 years ago. So anyways, guys, that's the major setback. I hope you can see. Yeah, and this is what I always say. Look. Okay. if a dinosaur does not escape from the park, then the movie would not be a success, right? That's just how it works. Whenever something is supposed to open, stuff has to go wrong that is material to its operation. Otherwise, it won't be a success. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you a little bit later. Have fun, and we'll go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
On top of the world, catwalk to the beat when you see me come and make some room.